Take different actions in the coming 90 days compared to what you've been doing in the past 90 days. Perhaps by starting to read books or adopting new health practices. Try something new in your family relationships or whatever area calls to you. The size of the change doesn't matter. Begin taking different actions within your current situation, because while we can't alter our circumstances, we have the power to transform ourselves and modify our behaviors. Then he shared another key to achievement when he told me, "What you currently possess, Mr. Ron, has been drawn to you by who you have grown into. The things you have right now are the result of the person you've developed into." These simple principles, once grasped, illuminate so many truths. Sometimes accepting personal accountability instead of blaming external factors can be difficult. Taking ownership rather than shifting responsibility to others represents a demanding transformation. He revealed this wisdom, Mr. Ron. Focus more energy on developing yourself than on your employment. Once I understood this concept, it revolutionized my entire existence. Concentrate harder on self-improvement than on your career duties. He explained that dedicating effort to your job earns you wages, but investing in personal growth can create wealth. Incredible! Had you met me at 25, you would have described Billy Graham as someone with strong work ethic. You'd have recognized me as the person willing to arrive early and stay late, someone who didn't shy away from effort. You would have labeled me diligent. Yet you might wonder why someone so hardworking had empty pockets, no savings and unfulfilled commitments. The truth was, I applied my diligence to my employment rather than to my personal development. I'm telling you, master this fundamental concept and begin implementing it today, or by tomorrow at the latest, giving yourself tonight to contemplate it. Start this journey of self-improvement and personal growth. Make yourself more valuable in the market. I guarantee you can dramatically transform your earnings. Though financial gain represents just a fraction of the benefits you'll accumulate when you prioritize self-development over job performance. Focus intensely on enhancing your abilities and cultivating your talents, everything needed to increase your market value. I promise your entire existence can explode with transformation. Promotions become effortless, increased company value poses no challenge, financial abundance flows easily, economic security presents no obstacles, and your future becomes limitless if you simply focus on the correct priority. Don't attempt to change external elements. Avoid trying to alter the seed, soil, sunlight, rain, or seasonal patterns. Allow the miracle of available resources to benefit you and concentrate on internal transformation. Develop your worldview, adjust your mindset. Refine your character, improve your communication style, enhance your speaking abilities, and strengthen all your capabilities. When you begin making these personal modifications, I assure you everything in your life will shift. Mr. Schoff, over 5 years before his death at 49, taught me remarkably simple concepts. His education ended in 9th grade, no high school diploma, college, or university attendance. He expressed his insights and experiences in straightforward language, which proved perfect for someone like me, a farm kid from Idaho. That simplicity was crucial because technical jargon would have confused me and mystical concepts would have intimidated me. Instead, he offered basic, direct, familiar principles I'd never considered before, and these ideas transformed my existence. Mr. Schoff challenged me when I complained about my salary. "You've been employed for 6 years, Mr. Rohn. Why aren't you progressing?" I explained that this was the company's standard pay. He corrected me, "That's not accurate. That's the company's payment to you." This perspective was revolutionary. He asked if the company paid others 2, 3, 4, or 5 times my amount. I admitted they did. Then this isn't the company's limit, it's what they pay you. If you qualified differently, wouldn't your earnings multiply by 2, 3, 4, or 5? I agreed. We don't need to change the company, we need to develop you. This marked the beginning of what he termed personal development. When I complained about high prices, he responded, "You simply can't afford them." This was another new concept I'd never considered. Valuable items are placed on high shelves, unreachable until you qualify. To reach higher shelves, you must stand on the books you've read. Each book elevates you slightly, bringing premium items within reach. Learning these concepts was incredible. Here was the most crucial lesson: success comes to you through who you become. This phrase revolutionized my life. Success flows toward you based on your personal development, not something you chase. It's like pursuing a butterfly you can never quite capture. Success gravitates toward you when you become an attractive individual. These were revolutionary ideas for someone just working hard to survive. Here's what changed my life, something I've taught in Moscow and across Russia during my 4 visits. Profits surpass wages. No one taught me this in high school or during my single year of college. Wages provide living expenses, profits create fortunes. How can you pursue both? Start part-time on building wealth while working full-time for living expenses. Suddenly, mornings became exciting, not just getting up to work for rent money, but rising to build a fortune first and provide for my family second. He showed me how to achieve both objectives. I learned to create both income and wealth, discovering that anyone could accomplish this with proper information. At 25, I began receiving this extraordinary knowledge. He taught me. Your earnings directly reflect your philosophy, not economic conditions. No one had ever explained this to me. I kept hoping for economic improvement while he insisted my thinking needed adjustment. I assured him I was keeping my fingers crossed, but he said that wouldn't help. What actions could multiply my income by 2, 3, 5, or 10 times, then multiply by 10 again? He began sharing disciplines and learning processes to revolutionize my life. This extraordinary man during those remarkable times created life-changing transformation in every imaginable way through simple, basic concepts. I learned not to seek exotic solutions before mastering fundamentals. Those basic philosophies he shared were life-altering. Success attracts to you through personal development. Success isn't something you pursue, chase, or run after. It's something you develop and become. You magnetize success, the master key to unlocking all treasures. Economic, spiritual, financial, social, and personal lies in your own development. He added one more crucial point worth the entire seminar price. What you become holds far greater value than what you acquire. The primary workplace question isn't, what am I receiving? But, what am I becoming? Your development matters because it determines what you attract. Become cynical and you attract cynicism. This personal development subject proved vitally important and changed my life completely. I became a millionaire by 31, and that was just the financial aspect. The 6-year journey from 25 to 31 was unbelievable. Remember, be a student. Always design your personal life according to your vision. I'm delighted when people take notes at my seminars, but equally happy if someone decides this isn't for them and discards everything. Both responses are valid. Remember, don't become anyone's disciple. Chart your own path and make your actions products of your own conclusions. Be authentic to yourself. You don't need to model others or follow their methods. Do things your way, purchase what appeals to you, listen to what interests you, make changes when desired, and don't change when you prefer not to. This is your existence, and don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Success isn't a stereotype, not a Ferrari, automobile, house, location, or bank balance. It's not $1 million. Success is the continuous unfolding of your life's design and successfully implementing it. That's genuine success, progressively developing your personal life's blueprint and executing it to whatever degree you choose. Success means accomplishing whatever makes sense to you, your responsibilities, or choosing to accept or decline responsibilities entirely according to your judgment. We possess the power of choice. Every life form except humans operates through instinct and genetic programming. Why not humans? Because we've been granted the dignity of choice. We're not robots or trees stuck in one location consuming resources until death because we can't relocate. Humans can travel in any direction and do anything they choose. We have this dignity. Interestingly, every life form except humans strives toward maximum potential. How tall does a tree grow? As tall as possible. You never encounter a tree reaching only half its potential. That's impossible. Trees grow to their maximum height, extend every root possible, produce every leaf they can, and stretch as far as physically possible. Every life form maximizes itself except humans. Why not humans? Because we're not robots. We have the dignity of choice with several alternatives. You can develop part or all of your potential. You can do minimal work for comfort and ignore the rest, or maximize everything. Nobody dictates that you must do everything. That's nonsense. You don't have to be wealthy because you live in a prosperous country. That's ridiculous. You can choose to do a little, some, or more. Accept advice but reject orders. Take information, training, and teaching, but don't accept commands from anyone dictating how to live, what to own, or what to do. If someone insists you must be successful, remember that's a personal choice. We teach possibilities, and everyone chooses how much to embrace. Abraham Lincoln said, "Since I would be no one's slave, I will be no one's master." Excellent philosophy. If someone announces they're cashing out, heading to the mountains to live in a cabin off the land while feeding squirrels, and they execute this plan, they're tremendously successful. Why? They designed their life, implemented it, and succeeded. You can't claim that isn't success. True success means creating your life's design and executing it while making satisfying progress. If your current path doesn't satisfy you, create alternatives and change. If you discover better ideas, you might follow someone's suggestions, but never their orders. Design your life according to your preferences and circumstances. When you accept responsibilities, you must consider them. You can ignore responsibilities, but you won't feel good about it. The old prophet said some things that taste pleasant initially become bitter later. Don't make that sacrifice. We all must endure one of two pains regardless of lifestyle choice: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. We suggest considering disciplines because disciplines weigh ounces while regrets weigh tons. Don't substitute discipline for regret. In our opinion, that's a poor exchange. You can make this choice, but some trades are poor decisions. The old prophet asked, "What if you gained the entire world but lost your soul? Would that be worthwhile?" With intelligence, we answer no, that doesn't seem valuable. Even gaining the whole world while trading your soul would create such bitter, awful, devastating experiences that it wouldn't be worthwhile. What if you achieved gains through greed instead of legitimate ambition? It might taste good initially but will turn bitter later. This advice saves some people from devastation. They reconsider and think twice. We must acknowledge all laws, spiritual, agricultural, basic, and fundamental. But you can still design your own life a little, a lot, going in any direction you choose.